Hello, welcome to this week's How's the Market, Pensacola. Well, the secret's out. The secret is out. Looks like Pensacola is not going to be necessarily a secret town much longer. Looking over at the airport, looking at some stuff at the International Airport, Pensacola International Airport, and was reading an article said that 2019, their peak summer area, we would see something like 5,000 passengers in a day. Now, they said this year already, we've saw 6,000 in a day, and that it looks like we're going to see even more with the holiday. So here it is, November 1st, spooky season's behind us, which means for some reason the music industry just goes straight to Christmas. Now we're here at Christmas. There's Thanksgiving first, but I guess they don't have their own music. So we're going to listen to Christmas music for 2 months. But if you plan on flying in or flying out, understand that they're expecting a little bit more crowded. So much so to where there's already talk about adding an additional Concord, not just an additional spot, but an additional Concord out there. So we may have to be expanding. This is just typical for what's going to be happening here in Pensacola. The expansion's going to continue to grow because here in Florida, a lot of people are moving here, and Central and South Florida are blowing up, but so are we here in the Panhandle. So just some news for you as far as what's happening. There's people coming, there's people visiting, there's people buying, and that may show into the demand for our real estate here in the area, and it shows quite well with these numbers. Let's get over to Escambia in Santa Rosa County right now. Let's go. All right, if you've never seen the show, you don't know that I always start with this slide right here. It says if you have between 6 and 7 months worth of inventory, you have a neutral market. Anything greater than 7 months considered a buyer's market. Anything less than 6 is considered a seller's market. What the slide doesn't say. Anything greater than 9 months considered a hyper buyer's market. Anything less than 3 considered a hyper seller's market. Starting in Escambia County, we've got 570 active total. If you've never seen the show, over here on the left are your price points. Over on your right is your month's inventory. Everything is in red, which means everything is under 3 months inventory. Again, like I said the last couple of weeks, some of this is seasonal, but 150 to 200,000 in Escambia County, we've got 55 properties. 55 properties, but it's 0.7 months worth of inventory. Now, what does that mean? That means there's a huge demand. You look, there's, double, almost triple the amount pending than we have active. Stuff comes on, it goes off fairly quickly. Your days on market in this one, average is 11. The median is 4. All right, that's what some of these, I don't ever talk about this, but your days on market are really, really low. And your list to sell ratio is 100 to 101%. That's good to know for both buyers and sellers. If you price things right, you can get 100, 101. We get up here to the 400 to 450. I've got 29 active. All right, I've got a little less appetite, but not much. It's 1.4% or 1.4 months. Average days on market, still about 2 weeks. But your pending ratio is 61%. It's crazy. But it's also showing that we've got a little less, and it says if you price this right, so you price something, I don't know, say 420, 425. If that is priced right, it's going to go 101, 102%. Okay? They're going to go over and possibly waive conditions. If it's truly a $400,000 house and you price it at 440, you might not get it. There are some properties. So if I'm sitting here 400 to 500 or 400 to 450, then I got 29. And if I jump right down here to the 399 mark, I got 51 active. So at least now I've got, 80? 80 properties to choose from. Now that's in just Escambia County, all right? Just in Escambia County. So once you price stuff right, even if you price it slightly under, which gives you the momentum going into then people bid it up. All right, people bid it up just because of inventory. Let's jump over to Santa Rosa County. Oh, well, before I do that, the highest inventory level percentage-wise, or months inventory, is your Luxury in Escambia County, you got 2.8 months. So that's still under 3 months, which means that's still a hyper seller's market. Our highest numbers of actives are the 250 to 300,000. You've got a lot of builders in this one, so that's probably where point of that is. But if you notice, that's 0.8 months worth of inventory. So even though I have the most active there, I also have one of the highest demands. The next one would be the 300,000 to 350. I got 85. Again, some builders. These are the sweet spots for builders right now. But I got a 64% pending ratio, and I only got 1.3 months worth of inventory. So that is Escambia County. Let's jump over to Santa Rosa County, and 350 active total. Looks like everything is in the red, just like Escambia County. That 400 to 450 we were talking about, there's 65 possible. I mean, this 1 to 150, 100,000 to 150,000, there's 10. 150,000 to 200,000, there's 13. I got something about to come on right at $150,000. All right, we're wrapping up the roof. I'm putting some flooring in actually tomorrow, wrapping up the painting, and it's, but I know this thing was built in '08. It's a small house and pace, but it's probably going to fly because there's no inventory. And since I'm going to have a new roof and new flooring and new paint and new hot water heater and the air conditioner is fairly new, it's all of that is, this will probably fly. And you can look, the 200 to 250,000 things are selling at 102% of list price. So I'm sure that one's probably going to fly off the market fairly quickly. As you notice, there's nothing under $50,000 in Santa Rosa County. There is one in Escambia County. It's a lot, so you can buy the dirt for that, and that's about it. But besides that, everything's still a hyper seller's market. Again, some of this is seasonal. It's seasonal. That's usually in the holidays. But for buyers and sellers questioning, especially for sellers questioning, should I come on during the holidays? I've always said yes, because your buyers are more serious. They're not tire kickers. Sometimes we get tire kickers in the spring buying season because people have income tax returns and they haven't really gone through as much. So you may have more people coming through your house, but not necessarily as serious a buyer. Not to say there's not some serious buyers in the spring. Obviously there is, because the inventory levels go up, the transaction levels go up in the spring. But I've always seen contracts that start October, November, and early December seem to have a higher percentage of close ratios. So they start then and they close, whereas the others seem to find contingencies and stuff like that. So as sellers, if you're looking, this is actually a really good time because you've got low inventory, your interest rates are still low, which those are going to rise. Everything's pointing to interest rates rising next year. So if that's the case, then we're going to have less affordability for buyers. So now is actually a pretty decent time for that. As buyers are concerned, is it a good time? I get asked this question, hey, if it's good for the sellers, it can't be good for the buyers. Yes, it can. Yes, it can, because you are able to tap into the appreciation that we're still seeming to get here. We've got airports growing. We're growing. There's nothing pointing to a deceleration or devaluing of real estate in our area over the next 5, 6, 7 years. There's just nothing pointing to that at all. So I think that you could tap into some of that appreciation. Are you going to get the double-digit returns we've got the last couple of years? Probably not. But could you still get some appreciation and help grow wealth? Absolutely. Absolutely, you could. All right, well, I'm going to end the show like I normally do, talking about our instant offer program. If you're still watching me and you don't know what our instant offer program, it's basically a program that we started earlier this year to where if you've inherited a property, you got a damaged property, you got something that you need to fix up, don't have the money to do all that, and you want to talk about an investor offer or an instant offer. Hey, I need to sell my house quick. I need to go to Texas. I need to go to Maryland. I need to go to California, wherever. I can come in and give you an offer to where we would close in 5, 6, 7, 8 days, however long it takes to get the title work in. No contingencies, no nothing. But if you come in and go, okay, here's my instant offer, I do have a little time. So it's a good way to go for those particular sellers. That's a good way for me to give you a floor. Hey, look, you know that you're going to get this. And if that works, great. But let's come on the market and see if I can get you this. If I can get you this, you're just going to be mad at me because I made you more money. Sorry, be mad at me. If not, then you know that we can't get this, you've got your floor. And that's a lot different than a lot of the other people that do this program, because your investors do these instant offer programs and they do not want to even talk about putting it on the market. They only want to give you the instant offer. The most real estate agents don't have an instant offer program. They only want to talk about putting it on the market. So the fact that you can do both or get both worlds by giving me a call, giving our team a chance to chat with you about your options. I know that if I take care of my clients, that I'll get taken care of in the long run. So I just want to find out what we can do to help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So information is below about our instant offer program. Reach out, let me know. If we can't do anything, we can't. I've had some people reach out going, hey, I need an instant offer. I can't take less than $100,000 for this property. I've went and looked at the property, and that particular property that I'm thinking of was absolutely uninhabitable. And $100,000 we just can't. We can't do, because it was maybe worth 20. Because honestly and truly, the best thing that could happen to that particular property was a match. Okay, I'm on YouTube and Facebook. I'm not condoning arson. That was a joke. You know, today's day and age. I'm not condoning arson. But seriously, that property was completely uninhabitable, and it would have took $100,000 just to rehab it. And then there was nothing. There was no money there to be made either way. I told them best thing they could do is actually either donate it to charity, get a charity write-off, or something. But if they needed $100,000, and they just wanted $100,000, they didn't need it. They wound up selling it to somebody else for, I think somebody gave them $60,000 for it because of some sentimental value, which was great. It's fine. That's the beauty of being able to do this. I'm not going to go one way or the other. I'm not going to push one way or the other. It's whatever's best for you and your situation. I just want to be able to give you options, kind of like I do on the show. I just give you data. I don't give you advice on this. I just give you data so you can make the best decisions for you and yours. Well, that's it. I appreciate you watching for the week. It's the first week of November. Enjoy the Christmas music. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. I'm a man on a mission. My mission is to help people break through all the noise out there and don't need no permission. I want to help you get to actual truth. Don't you just want the truth?